Hello and welcome to my channel and a new video. If you are into watch related content, please subscribe. Thank you. Today on a review and settings tutorial I have the ladies Gshock, the GM-S110. The original GA110 is Casio's top sold watch. And here we have the smaller metal version for the ladies. Before we get started, let me show you how it looks on my 7-inch wrist with the following dimensions. Its smaller size is suitable even for a man's wrist. Well, everyone can wear them. But in the past they were reserved for a man's wrist due to the chunky and bulgy design. For now, the watch is a combination of metal case and a rubber strap with variations in color schemes. And I believe it will remain so. Maybe the buckle could have been better, but it is what it is. This particular model is very blingy, reflecting the light like a disco ball. Even the dial has a metal look to it, and the black buttons fit the style just fine. When talking about the dial, it reminds me of a Gshock GM-S110, particularly the part around 9 o'clock. And you can say the digital sub-dial resembles the GM-S110. With that said, this watch has definitely its unique GA110 style to it with the 3 bars on the dial. Illumination is great, maybe too good. It shines like a flashlight. The digital sub-dial has a backlight, and a huge plus is that it's a positive display with great readability. Other cool factor is hands out of the way function, which lets you easily set your watch. You will see it in action in the later part of this video. Also, you will see the watch has what we now regard as a standard G-Shock functions. And with that said, we are used to, for G-Shock to have the water resistance, well in this case up to 200 meters. Powering all of the above is a single CR1025 battery, which should last for 3 years with standard use. Before moving on to tutorial part of this video, I will go through the watch features and functions. This watch has world time with 31 time zones, 1/100th of a second stopwatch, countdown timer with measuring unit of 1 second and a range of 24 hours, 5 daily alarms and an hourly time signal. All that with the full auto calendar up to year 2099. Now let's move on to tutorial part of this video. And I'm gonna show you how to set the time and date. So let's get started. From the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the upper left button, that is the adjust button, until you hear the beep. So let's go. And there it is. First in a row of settings is how to set your home city. Over here we have indicated that our current home city is Tokyo. You can shuffle it by pressing the reverse button or lower button, the forward button, until you get to your time zone. My time zone is the Paris time zone, so I'm gonna press one of those 2 buttons until I get it to Paris. And there it is. Now, once I have set my home city, I'm gonna press the mode button over here, and we move on to setting our DST value, basically summertime. Is it on or off is shuffled by pressing the forward button, and you can switch it between on or off. Currently, in my time zone, it's turned off, so I'm gonna leave it at off. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna press the mode button over here. Now we are in the position of setting our 12-hour or 24-hour time format. Currently, it's set to 12-hour, but I can press the forward button to shuffle it between the 12-hour and 24-hour time format, and I'm gonna leave it at 24-hour time format. Next up, press the mode button, and now we are setting our seconds value. You cannot set the exact value of seconds, but what you can do is reset that value simply by pressing the forward button, and it will go to 0. Next up, press the mode button, and the flashing moves on to our minutes value. The hour value. You can shuffle your hour value by pressing the upper button or lower button. So upper button to decrease it and lower button to increase it. I'm gonna leave it at 23 o'clock since that is the time in my time zone. Next up, press the mode button and the flashing moves on to our minutes value. It's saying 33, but I can decrease it by pressing the upper button or increase it by pressing the lower button. I'm gonna leave it at 34 since that is the time in my time zone. Next up, press the mode button again, and now we are setting our year value. It is flashing 2022 and it is 2022, but you can shuffle it or decrease it by pressing the reverse button over here or forward button to increase the value. Let's leave it at 2022. Press the mode button and now we are in the position of setting our month value. It's flashing number 12, indicating or corresponding to month of December. Decrease it if you need to by pressing the upper button or increase it by pressing the lower button. To implement the setting, press the mode button and the flashing moves on to our day value. Number 11 is today's date and it is correct, but you can decrease it by pressing the upper button or increase it by pressing the lower button, all the way up to 31. This watch has the automatic calendar. Once done with that, press the mode button, and now we are in the position of setting our operation tones. Are they enabled in this case or disabled when I press the forward button? So basically muted or unmuted. Key indicates that it's on, muted, well, that it's muted. I'm gonna leave it at key, indicating that I want my button operation tone to be on. Next up, press the mode button, and now we are setting our illumination duration. Number 1, which is currently flashing, indicates that when I press the illumination button over here, the watch face will stay lit on for 1.5 seconds. When I press the forward button, the flashing moves on to number 3, indicating that when I press the illumination button, the watch face will stay lit on for 3 seconds. So basically, by shuffling the illumination duration using the forward button, so between 1 and 3, you are shortening or prolongating your illumination duration between, in this case, 3 seconds and 1.5 seconds. I'm gonna leave it at 1.5 seconds. Once done with that, press the mode button and we are back at the beginning and setting our home city, which means that we have ran through the cycle of setting the time and date on this watch. Now, to implement the settings that we have just ran through, press the adjust button once. The hands should move to the correct time, and now our time and date is correct. And I'm gonna show you how to sync your watch hands, adjust your watch hands, or realign your watch hands, whatever you like it. What it is? Well, basically, strong magnetism or impact can cause the watch hands to go out of the alignment, and in essence, that means that our analog time does not correspond to our digital time over here. In this case, it is correct, but I will show you how to realign your watch hands if they are out of the alignment with your digital time displayed. So, whilst in the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the upper left button for about 5 seconds. Watch me as I do it and you will figure out when to release it and I will say it. So, press and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So, double beep is required to here to release the adjust button, and it will also be indicated over here with these 3 zeros. Now, the watch hands should align exactly at 12 o'clock. But if they are not aligned, you can press the upper left button to move it counterclockwise or lower left button to move it clockwise until they are aligned exactly at 12 o'clock. So both of the hands should be aligned. Let me see if I can engage the fast rotation by pressing and holding one of these 2 buttons. Yes, there it is. So if your hands are way out of the alignment, you can press and hold the button and the watch will start fast rotating your watch hands. To stop the fast rotation, simply press one of those 2 buttons once and the watch will stop them. Again, as I said previously, the point of this tutorial is to align your watch hands exactly at 12 o'clock. Once we have aligned them, to implement the setting, simply press the adjust button once, and the watch hands should go to the correct time. So it is 23 o'clock and 40 minutes, and they are properly aligned. Thank you very much for watching. That was another video on my channel. And if you are into watch related content, please subscribe. So thank you.